Yep. Inside, I want to kill myself. We are on an 0-7 run over the last 2 days. After tonight was just complete bullshit. So that's how I'm going to start off this show. Horrible Sunday, 1-5. I don't even know what to tell you about that. I just don't want to do this anymore. I have never seen anything like this, man. With the slump continuing, 2 straight losses, not a good day at all. 0-4. I just have not had a good season, man. What kind of slump that I'm on? The slump continues. I've reached a new peak, actually. I'm going to burn my Bruins hat, man. I don't know what is going on with the Bruins. March 8th, is that what it is? I don't even know. It's March 9th, I think. Who even knows, man? I don't know what day it is anymore. I don't even know what day it is anymore, man. Back with you after the worst day that I could possibly have. Back with you, as I always am. Until I die, at least. 0-2 yesterday, and yesterday did not go well for me. 0-5. The worst month that I've ever had in my 18 years doing this. I don't know what to even tell you about this anymore. Broke the slump yesterday as the slump discontinues. The slump continues. Somebody fucking kill me, please. I don't even know what I should do at this point other than potentially end it all. What's up, everybody? It's Toad back with you. This is Toad Stool Sports, whatever day it is. Christmas Eve, yes. Happy Christmas Eve, everybody. Trying to update the thumbnail for this right now because I just made it and I don't even see it in my folder, so I'm going to have to figure that out later, whatever. Anyway, we're not going to have much to talk about here. There's literally one game today. Like I said, I don't even know why I'm doing this show because I'm not going to recommend betting on it. I mean, super degenerate if you really want to bet on this game. The Hawaii Bowl is the only game today. We get a break from college basketball, which won't resume until Sunday. Sometimes there is some on Christmas, if I remember correctly, but not this year. There is NBA and NFL tomorrow, and NHL, I think, is off until the weekend as well. So whatever. 1-1 yesterday on the show. We hit with the underdog in the Grambling game, barely. Was getting a little bit questionable late in that game, but they only lost by 26, I think, so they covered. So there was that. And then the hockey game, yeah, whatever. Absolute ass. Fuck the Sharks. God, they suck. I don't know what else to tell you. It was just horrible goaltending. The game, I mean, of course, when you have a lopsided result like that in hockey, it's never as lopsided statistically as the score makes it look, but it was still real bad. Horrible. Mr. Pinsey, what's up? Jeffrey, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, tradition, well, I don't know. What is tradition, really? Besides this awful bowl game, which seems to always have Hawaii in it. Yeah, all right. The Sheridan Hawaii Bowl is the only thing today. I'm really also pissed because my almost plays yesterday, both were winners easily with Bellarmine, easy cover against Kentucky, and then the Colorado Avalanche only won by 1 goal, so the puck line play on the underdog in that game on Utah, I think, would have been correct as well. Oh, there we go. I was like, wait, what? It's just my thumbnail. The only game today is the Hawaii Bowl. California is having to literally play at Hawaii. Hawaii literally hosts this thing at their campus stadium, their home stadium. I mean, the bowl is always hosted there, but it seems like Hawaii is in this bowl like every other year almost. And I went back to see, like, well, does that give Hawaii like a huge edge in this game? Not really. I went back all the way to like 2008 or whatever, and Hawaii is basically like 50% at winning this bowl, even though they're literally on their home stadium. So there's not really much to gauge from that. They don't really seem to have a huge edge despite playing in their home stadium. I don't know. I think it's kind of just like maybe they feel like they should just be celebrating the holidays at this point and not playing this game. But there might be certain games that maybe they'll get up for. Maybe they will get up for a game against Cal because Cal is a power conference team, an ACC team. Maybe Cal will be the team that doesn't really want to be here. Although, again, it's hard to gauge because we're looking at, I'll look at the schedules here in a minute, but looking at the market read here, Cal opened as a 2.5-point favorite. They're a 1-point favorite now. Some money, it looks like it did kind of come in on Hawaii, although that's not really that much of a move. really, because it's still just within that key number of 3. 59% of the tickets are on Hawaii, 59% of the cash on California. I don't know, my initial opinion on this was to lean towards Hawaii here, but I really don't have that much of an opinion. The under seems to be getting more of the professional action, maybe the better way to play this. 77% of tickets on the over, 53% of the cash on the under. Total came out at 55, and it's down to 52. Cal is kind of an under team, man. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like, their defense is better than their offense, and Hawaii is kind of one-dimensional offensively. They basically just throw the ball. So I could see it going under, although there is some precedent for this game being high scoring as well, because you do have to worry about, well, if these teams don't really go all out in this game and they don't play that intense, then that usually means that the defense is going to be what takes a step back, you know what I mean? Because you just get out there, you don't want to get hurt, so you're not playing intense defense. So when that's the case, scoring tends to happen more, you know what I mean? So there's a lot going on here. Probably a bunch of people will bet on this game just because it's the only thing to watch on Christmas Eve night, I should say. The only thing, and it's an afternoon game in Hawaii though, but it's night, 8 p.m. Eastern is when this game is. As far as what these teams did this year, Cal went 7-5. They did win their last game against SMU, which, I mean, you could kind of see that either way as well. Like, well, that means Cal, they were already bowl eligible, but they got excited for their last game. But maybe they did because SMU was a ranked team. Cal got up for it. You know, they were at home. It was senior night. So there were reasons why they would get up for that game. Otherwise, it doesn't necessarily mean that they really care about this bowl game that much. But I also went back and looked, and Cal, they've been in a couple of bowls the last few years, but they actually haven't won one since 2020, I believe they won a bowl. They were in that COVID crap season where there were a lot of bowls that were canceled and whatever. I think Cal won one that year, and they haven't won one since then. So maybe they will be motivated to try to get a bowl win because they haven't had one for a while. But neither has Hawaii. Hawaii hasn't even been in a bowl for the last few years, and I think the last time Hawaii won one was even earlier than that, I think, like maybe 2018, 2019, I believe. Actually, I can look. Maybe I'm mistaken about that. Hawaii did have the better record this year, 8-4, but remember, they're in the Mountain West, so they played a way easier schedule. And their home advantage is kind of strong during the season because teams have to travel out there, sometimes with no bye week in there, you know what I mean? Like, teams just have to go out to Hawaii on regular rest, which is not really that easy to do. Hawaii finished strong as well. They beat Wyoming to finish the season, and they were already bowl eligible weeks before that. So there wasn't really much of a reason for them to show up other than, yeah, it was senior day against Wyoming. Wyoming maybe didn't want to fly out to Hawaii for that game, but Hawaii kept playing tough to end the season, so at least there was that. And then I believe there aren't many opt-outs in this game. I should bring that up, though. Let me look at the opt-outs tracker here. Where is that? Opt-out tracker. All right, hang on. I got to bring this into my other window here. Here we go. All right, the opt-out tracker for the Hawaii Bowl. The Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, by the way. Sheraton Hotels still sponsors this bowl, which has been that way for a while. Cal actually fired their coach. I did forget about that. So that's a little bit of a thing that's going on here. Wilcox got fired, even though they had a winning season. So that's kind of interesting. So I assume they have an interim coach right now. But as we've seen, some teams are playing fine with their interim coach, like Ohio last night. By the way, I forgot to mention Ohio. They have the longest bowl winning streak in college football right now, believe it or not, even though they're a MAC team. And the MAC's history is not that good in bowls, but Ohio has now won 7 bowls in a row, I believe. So they have the longest active streak. So that was kind of a motivating factor in that game. UNLV just didn't even show up, though. I don't know what that was from UNLV. Like, their offense was non-existent. I don't even know how that happened last night. Yesterday's games are just such bullshit, dude. Like, Southern Miss should have had that, and I'm pissed because that affected my bowl entries fairly significantly. Southern Miss They should have won the game. They were winning the game the entire game, and then they gave up 14 points after they'd only allowed one touchdown in the entire game. They allowed 2 touchdowns in like the final 4 minutes of the game, and one was on like a 54-yard rushing play where the defense just broke down. It was such bullshit, dude. There's no way that Southern Miss should have lost that game. They had the game in hand. They were winning by 3 with like 4 or 5 minutes left. And even if they did give up a score there, they should have had the chance to get back into the game. They did drive towards they were still like 2 minutes left, and they were in field goal range again, down 11, and they turned the ball over again or something, or turned it over on downs or whatever. Bullshit. But anyway, yes, Cal fired their coach. I'm all over the place this morning. We'll see if that really affects them. Their players have not opted out, though, so their players seem like they're basically going to be there. And then Hawaii did have one wide receiver hit the transfer portal with Jackson Harris. And they are a passing offense that may have some effect because I think he is one of their better receivers. But other than that, basically these teams are going to show up for this game mostly intact. So there's not really a whole lot to read from that. And yes, for Hawaii, hold on. I was going to see when was the last time they won a bowl game. I looked at this earlier this year. They haven't even been in a bowl the last 3 years. So maybe it's a little bit more of a big deal for them. They were supposed to play in 2021 in the Hawaii Bowl, of course, and it got canceled. They won the New Mexico Bowl in 2020, so that's what it was. So actually, I think Cal might have won a bowl more recently than that. I'd have to go back and look, but I think I just confused the two. Hawaii was the team that won a bowl during that stupid COVID season where a bunch of bowls got canceled. New Mexico didn't give a shit about it, and they still had that bowl, and Hawaii won that bowl against Houston. But both programs haven't won a bowl for a while, so there's not really much of an advantage there motivationally. I don't really see one way or the other. So, again, I mean, obviously I don't want to play this game. I mean, if you had to force me to pick this game, I mean, I'm kind of going to look at the market read, I guess. The market is saying Cal on the side, but my instinct has kind of just been telling me Hawaii the whole time, though. But then again, Hawaii has the better record, and they're not actually the better team. The odds makers are telling you Cal's the better team if they're a favorite on the road at Hawaii. And the public might like think about this game and maybe because they probably know, oh, Hawaii's playing in Hawaii. That must mean they must have a home field advantage here or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe Cal is the right side. I mean, they have the better defense. But again, I think if you have to have money on this game at all, I think the under is probably the better way to play it. But again, I worry about that too because the motivation affects defense. So I don't have a whole lot else to say about the game. It's not a great game, not an interesting game, really. That's about it, man. So, yeah, I don't know. Baseball free agency 50. Oh, yeah, Catfish Hunter. Yeah, I'm not old enough to remember any of that. Nashville's already blown out the Blues a couple of times this month. Yeah, there might be some adjustments made by the Blues. I think one of those games might have been a loss for me. I don't know. Garrett, what's up, man? You live bet on UNLV. Well, that's good if you got some wins last night. I thought UNLV was going to win that game. I thought Ohio was just kind of in turmoil with all that bullshit that was going on with their coach. I wasn't really a fan of the under in that game either because I just thought that both defenses wouldn't really have a reason to play that intense. Yeah, these bowls are such shit. Like, nobody shows up to them. Some of these bowls are impossible to handicap. Like, I'm only going to have plays on bowls where I think one team is actually going to be motivated and the other team isn't. And then I'm going to have, ones where I think both teams are going to show up and then you can kind of handicap it straight. Those are the only things that I can figure out. The Nets won outright. Yeah, I did not expect that. After doing it the previous game. Nope, this is the only game, the Hawaii Bowl. And that is it, man. I mean, I don't know. There's not really much else I have to say about this, but Merry Christmas to everybody. Have a good Christmas. I'll have to be back tomorrow morning. I will still be at home because all the Christmas stuff I'm doing is driving distance in the area. So, I mean, everywhere is driving distance if you have the time, but you know what I mean. I'm not leaving the area, so I'll have to be back to talk about the awful NFL Christmas slate where only one of the teams is in the playoffs. None of the games really have playoff implications. Although I guess technically Detroit isn't officially eliminated yet. Yeah, 3 third-string quarterbacks are playing in the 3 games. So the NFL did a really great job scheduling those games tomorrow for the Netflix Christmas NFL special. It's going to be real great with Max Brosmer and Josh Johnson, who's like 40 years old. And I don't even know what the Kansas City's quarterback's name is. Obuka something, whatever the hell that guy's name. I have no clue what his name is. Never heard of him before. He was an FCS quarterback. He's been in the NFL for like 3 years apparently, but I have no idea. Those guys are playing tomorrow, so great. Yeah, and then there is, of course, NBA tomorrow. The NBA has been doing their Christmas lineup for a while. They have 5 games, I think, on Christmas, so we got to talk about those games. That's going to do it. Merry Christmas to you as well. Merry Christmas to everybody here. Jeffrey, Garrett, Mr. Pinsey, thanks for hanging out again. Josh Johnson, I mean, he's a veteran NFL quarterback. He's been in the league for like 18 years probably. He's played on a whole bunch of different teams. There's a reason why he sticks in the NFL for so long. He's not that bad, but he had to come into that game cold as well. So I expect that he'll do better in this game, especially against a Dallas defense that is horrendous. I don't think Johnson will be that bad in the game, really. And I might have to play him in fantasy because the defense that he's matching up against gives up a ton of points. So at least there's that. I'm trying to get 3rd place here now. My entire team is fucking injured. I'm so pissed off, dude. I had a dominant team, 1st place in the league. I was dominating the regular season, and I'm already out because I lost Mahomes. I have Taylor on the Colts, and they lost their quarterback, so that had an impact. I had Mariota as my backup quarterback. He's gone. J.J. McCarthy I had filling in for me last week. He got hurt. Woody Marks is on my team. He didn't play last week. He was hurt. It's so fucking ridiculous, dude. And then Rashee Rice got hurt the prior game, so he's my best wide receiver. He didn't play last week either. I'm so fucking pissed, dude. It's such bullshit. Yep, I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, fantasy basketball. I haven't played fantasy basketball in years, man. But my strategy was always to hoard 3-point shooters. Just the way that my league scored it, I guess, or whatever. I don't know. I just remember having a ton of shooters on my team, and it seemed to work out. All right, that's going to do it. Learn to Toad on Twitter. I got subscriptions over there now. Learn to Toad on Instagram. Like, subscribe. Give me some replies here on the YouTube channel. Listen on audio. Give me a good review on audio. It's on Apple, Spotify. What else? Covered in Uke is my Uke channel. I'm doing a couple more Christmas songs, so those are going up there. I did the one for Charles, the White Christmas. That's only up on Twitter so far, but I got to get it up on YouTube. Patreon.com/LearnToToad. There's some bonus Uke stuff there. The Loser Cast. We had an episode last night where our guest Vito actually showed up. Funny dude. I like that guy. He kind of steals the show, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. You can go check that show out. I thought it was fun. We had some good loser selections again. Mine was the Call of Duty creator who killed himself crashing his Ferrari this week. So biggest losers, baby. Go check out Losercast and the Giants podcast, the G Spot. If it happens, don't even know, but we'll see. NFL is going to be really difficult to handicap this week. I probably don't have any plays in the NFL tomorrow. I mean, there's one that I'm pretty tempted because the line is just so out of whack in one of the games. You'll probably know which one it is. The line is just unbelievably insane, and there's only really one way you can play the game, but it's still, dicey. So, I mean, you got third-string quarterbacks playing in every game. So it's going to get a little bit weird, man, tomorrow. And then I don't know if I'm going to have anything in the NBA. I got to look at the NBA tomorrow more deeply to see if I'm going to have anything tomorrow, but we'll see. Correct. Bears night game at San Francisco. Also in a potential huge letdown spot for the Bears. I kind of like San Francisco in that game. Don't know if it makes my card or not, though. You're going to feast on NBA. Yeah, I mean, good luck with your bets. I mean, I got to be selective, man. So it's possible I just don't have anything tomorrow. If I have anything, it'll probably be one of the NBA games, but I haven't looked at it at all. So probably going to be 1 or 0 bets from me for tomorrow, but we will see. And then NFL, again, I hate the NFL board this week. Like, I might have 2 plays maybe, and probably all of them on Sunday. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, that's right. You play props. Yeah, true. I don't follow the props enough, but yeah, there might be some opportunity there because the prop market might get skewed towards like where the public wants to be, because the public always plays overs on like the star players, so there might be some opportunity to fade some of those guys or something. Fading Wemby, by the way. Well, I don't know. It's interesting because the Spurs are. The last time when the Spurs beat OKC, I don't know what they did last night. I haven't looked at the box score yet, but the Spurs played Wemby off the bench when they beat the Thunder. It completely threw the Thunder off because they used Wemby against the Thunder's second string, and he dominated them. It was crazy. So Wemby might actually go over more of his stats by playing against the weaker players on the Thunder. Although the Thunder are deep, so I was kind of still surprised that was the case, but he's a dominant player, man. So I don't know if the Spurs used that again last night. But, of course, Oklahoma City saw them do that the first time and would have adjustments to make. I don't know who won the game last night either. I got to look at the box scores and whatever, because that game might set up a zigzag opportunity for tomorrow. We will see. It's going to do it for now. I appreciate it, everybody. Peace on earth.